你不要唱啊！
All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Today we have three beautiful ladies here with you all. Hi.
Hello.
We have Wendy at her comfort of her house. And we have both of us in our beautiful office. Okay, of course, all three of us are very beautiful. Okay. Wendy, her expression is like, hey. Okay, good. So can you guys hear us? If you can hear us, right? Please type voice, and also that you can hear our voice. And because today our topic is very, very interesting. It's about a recent hot movie. Okay, a recent hot movie, but plus stock dissect that has to do with that movie. Okay, anybody can make a guess. The banner already give you answer.
Yeah, I was about to say what question is this because it's already like in the face.
Oh, we have someone from Matthews watching from YouTube. All right, how are you? Great to see you, Matthew. All right, so today, right, we are talking about Mulan. Yes, okay, we're talking about Mulan review. At the same time, we are delving deeper into Disney. But just very curious in terms of anybody here watching this video right now are Disney investor, or maybe you currently invested before. Hey, what's with that? What's with that? Are you investing in Disney, Jera?
Previously, I did, but I got out of Disney.
Why? Why do you get out?
Oh, because I did a lip call, and then like the virus didn't seem to be improving anytime soon, and because there was time decay, right? So that's the reason I scared. So I think I just closed with a loss.
I see. Oh, okay. So you opened Disney before the drop, lah.
Yeah. I opened Disney when it dropped. Then I didn't expect that it dropped even more and the situation got worse. So when it dropped, I quickly went in. Quite quickly.
Quite quickly went in and also quite quickly went out.
Not very quick. When I got out, I didn't got it.
Oh, okay. So Jasmine invested in Disney and used to work with Disney too. Oh, really? How do you work with Disney? That's nice. Share with us more. How do you work with Disney? How about Wendy? Do you invest in Disney?
Let me pull myself out again. Okay. For me, I feel like I have a little background with Disney, so I feel that this is a really, really good stock. And I'm on my line again. So this is a really good stock, but I think we are not vested in it because most of the time for my portfolio, right, is my hubby take care.
Okay.
Take care of my family's investment portfolio, but I look through it, right, we are not vested for now.
I see, but how do you overall feel like the current economy situation? Do you think that you will want to invest in Disney right now? Like for example, Jera, she decided to pull out because she felt that the economy is not doing well. Disney, a lot of parks are being closed, and that's why she didn't want to invest further. How about you? If you are new to this, right, would you consider this condition right now?
Of course. I feel like it's the best time to buy. It's like cheap now, man. Yeah. But this stock price is not as cheap as I thought it would be, lah.
Okay.
If I look at it right now, today's price is 132. Yeah. I think back
when 90 hovering.
Then I got it 90.
You know why? Because I got it when it was like about 90, and then it hover, then it went down somewhere along there. Then after some time, then it went up again. But I already got out before. It shut down. I'm like, but this kind of thing is like if you don't decide to cut loss, right? Sometimes it may be working against you.
True.
So I didn't want to like take the risk, lah.
I see. But if not, your lip call is making a lot of money.
Maybe not because my delta is not very like high.
I see. So for those who are watching, if you're not very sure what is Gerald talking about, she's talking about using options. So that's why there's a lot of things like call options, leap calls, delta, and everything, which we are not going to cover in this episode. We're going deeper into Disney. So let me just go through with all of you about like just now was two extreme views about Wendy, like she said, hey, actually it could be a good time to enter right now, but Gerard felt that the parks are being closed, so is it the right time to enter? So that's why I'm just going to share with you my view from the research that I've done. All right, so let's see whether you actually find it useful, and at the end we are also talking about Mulan, since it's the latest movie that Disney rolled out. Okay, we are going to share with you review, so there's going to be spoiler all the way to the end. But I think it's very true that one of the concerns that a lot of people have is, wow, if you invest in Disney right now, the parks are closed, but actually some of the parks have been reopened.
The US one is still closed, right?
The US one's still closed, but the Shanghai one, yes, it reopened in May. All right. So US one, I'm not 100% sure has it been reopened yet, or probably are still closed. But nevertheless, be it it's closed or whether is it still like in the process of reopening, maybe I also want to ask you this question: do you dare to go to Disney park right now? Do you dare?
If let's say I have Disney in my, like, let's say assuming we have Singapore, we have Disney, I think I would still go.
Yeah.
Because if let's say they take the precautionary measures, right? And the queue is not too bad, I will go. The point is the queue.
I see.
There's no crowd minimal, then I will go.
Okay. If the queue is not too long, you will go. As long as it's not overcrowded, you actually don't mind going.
Because last time I went to the US, I had to queue for 1 hour plus to 2 hours for a ride. It's like,
it's crazy.
It's really crazy.
How about you, Wendy? If because Wendy has 2 kids, right? Would you mind bring your children or your family to Disney if it reopens? Okay. And how about the audience? Let us know as well.
Okay, if it reopens, like I think I am the same with Gerald. If it's in Singapore, of course I don't mind. But now I think if I were to travel anywhere, I need to be quarantined for 7 days to even 14 days before I can actually get out of the quarantine place. I think it doesn't make sense to even travel. So unless if it is in Singapore, because like if USS and all, I don't mind going because they reopen already, right? Yeah. So I would definitely not go. It's just that it's not here.
Recently I went to USS, in Singapore.
Really?
And it's like, so, okay, I wouldn't say it's crowded, but the queue is so long.
How long was the longest?
Because they stagger, right? Like they are taking precautionary measures to make sure, your carriage or whatsoever, like all the rides, right, are spaced out. So basically, by ride, your ride, right, can seat, let's say 16 people, but now they only seat about half of it.
Yes.
Okay, so your waiting time becomes so long as a result. So I waited for like close to 2 hours for mummies as well. Like really crazy. So I believe that's why the Shanghai park was so, I think, crowded, but actually it's because of the extended precautionary method. That's why it's very, very long.
So like you chose to go on a weekday or weekend?
I even went during weekday. Then I was like, wow, Singaporeans are very free.
We've got nothing better to do.
We have nothing better to do. We just go anywhere. But there was a slight discount to the USS ticket, but not too cheap. So I believe for Disney, it should be the same thing. They wouldn't market their ticket to be too cheap. But at the same time, I think people will still want to go because they really have
nothing better
to do. Okay, but let's take a look at from the actually it's the quarterly results, the most recent quarterly results of Disney, okay, which dated back in June, okay, because the next quarter has not come out yet. So the recent quarter is we have all the data until June this year. So you can see that actually the revenue really decreased a lot, like if you compare to 2019, okay, which is a 42% drop. And we all know, why? Because parks are closed, a lot of movies, get delayed, right? So that's why the revenue really decreased a lot. But sometimes something that is quite interesting on the other hand is the free cash flow. You can see that actually the free cash flow increased. And later on, we are actually going to talk about it.
I know why.
Why?
they got funding, right?
What kind of funding?
That one I didn't really read in that, but I remembered that when I saw they got funding and the stock came out, right, I exit.
Huh? What you mean?
Like, because if let's say I didn't want to hold too long, but I
Yes.
was really monitoring the correct time to get out so that I can minimize my losses. But because I bought quite some time, there was still lifespan. So then, like, you know, there's always constant news and everything, right? So I remember, right, you know, I was in pain because I don't know when should I exit. So that's the decision to make, right? Whenever you need to do that. So then when I heard that they have funding, right, then like I see the stock go, then I kind of like I lost a little bit lesser.
So I see. That's why you quickly went out.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not too sure what fundings are you talking about. Is it from government? I'm not too sure.
No. I think they privately got separate funding.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So for that one, okay, for these free cash flow, the increase in that, right, despite of the revenue losses and everything, it's due to another reason which they actually wrote in this quarterly result report. So let's go and take a look, okay, which is quite interesting. But let's just take a look at the overall disruptions, the impact that brought by COVID-19. You know, like they tell you everything so that as an investor you are well informed.
It's like so well informed, I don't even know where to start.
You are so well informed that, hey, you know, parks, experiences, products are closed, and then retail stores are forced to shut down. They also suspended cruises, you know, those Disney hotels and everything.
Yeah.
So theater releases are being cancelled as well or being postponed. A lot of sports games where they actually, you know, like ESPN, they actually own this channel called ESPN, right? Then a lot of sports events are also suspended due to COVID-19. So I told you everything, the bad thing. But in the meantime, I think despite of the bad things that they write, okay, in the report, it's good to see for yourself, right, individual breakdown. Is there any sign of positivity? You know, at least I think as an investor, sometimes don't take the news as it is, okay? Don't take it, because a lot of times people, the news will just say, wow, Disney revenue dropped by 40% this year. You know, like they will definitely have this kind of headline, right? But while you read this, make an effort to go into the report and see exactly how bad it is, because it sounds very bad. Then you can take a look at, is it truly that bad? If it's not, right, then because of the drop in the share price due to the bad news, it could be a good entry, you know, during that time. So vice versa, if the news is very good, then maybe you should go into the report and see, is it really that good? So it's the same thing. So if you can see that, the parks, experience products and products are the one that dropped the most, which is 85% change from last year, decreased by 85%. Studio entertainment also decreased by 55%. But one thing that almost didn't change much, okay, you can see is the media networks, right? So last year it was 6713 and this year was 6562, which is a slight decrease of 2% due to COVID. But if you look at 9 months result, right, this media network, they actually make more income the past 9 months, okay, from June 2020, backdate 9 months, compared to June 2019. Backdate 9 months. So this is something that is quite interesting, and they actually wrote about exactly what causes the revenue for media networks to decrease so much, in fact, for the recent quarter. And let's take a look, because if you talk about media network, what exactly are the components inside? Firstly, you have your cable networks. If you're familiar with Disney's, they do have their cable networks such as like ESPN, where they actually hold a lot of very, very famous sports events such as NBA and all this, right? But due to COVID, get postponed. Then at the same time, they also have their Disney cable channel and everything. But some of you may be wondering, hey, why? Because of due to the postponement, by right, you should have a decrease in revenue. Why is it that actually the revenue did not decrease as much as we expected, in fact? So if you read closer, they actually wrote to you about the reason. So in fact, they actually make more money because they save a lot more money during this period of time, right? So they write the increase at ESPN was due to the lowering programming fees and then the production cost. And that is because now the sports events are being being postponed or being delayed, right? So they also don't need to pay those events, those programs immediately. So they can get to delay their payment, which I think which is, in my opinion, it's really a moat, right? Like
True.
You don't like, if you don't hold the events, you actually don't really need to pay them immediately.
So then they can use the
correct.
money to roll and do something else to
Yeah.
kind of grow in other parts.
Yes, correct. So when COVID-19 is safe for us to gather again, when they hold the event, then definitely they will attract a lot of publicity, a lot of audience, and that's how their revenue will increase. And then they will, of course, pay the NBA and MLB. So, which I think is quite interesting. You can see the power of Disney in this way as a media company. I think we wouldn't even know it if we actually didn't read inside the report, right? Okay. And another good thing, okay, but before I share about another good thing, let's see whether we have any comments from the audience. And yeah, let's take a look. Hi, sisters. Okay. So far we have another comment called "Hi, sisters." But do you guys see the power that the Disney has? Like, despite the fact that all these major sport events are being postponed, they actually save a lot more cost. And as a result, actually their profit didn't drop as much, than we actually expected, which in my opinion is quite a powerful display of power that Disney has as a media company. And another thing that it's actually even more powerful, it's actually, I'm going to show you right now, okay? So another thing, Disney has different revenue segments. One of them is what you see here, which is the media networks. So that's why it didn't change much, right? In fact, if you look at another one, okay, which is direct to consumer and international, this one actually revenue increased by 2%. Right?
What does the direct to consumer international do?
So this is actually the latest initiative that Disney has been really trying to push.
Is it the Disney Plus?
Yes, that is right. Okay, that is Disney Plus. Okay, so for now, Singaporeans are unable to subscribe to Disney Plus yet.
Okay.
But for US and many other countries, actually, they has been pushing Disney Plus so that you can start to become a Disney Plus subscribers and watch all the past movies related that Disney used to produce, including Marvel movies, all the princess movies as well. So you can see that Disney Plus, in June, right, this year, they have already 57.5 million subscribers, right? And they just launched it like very, very recently, like really not long ago. But within, I think, when did Disney Plus launch? Let's just go and...
I think like earlier this year.
Yeah, Disney. Yeah, if I'm not wrong,
Feb.
it's oh well. Okay, well, let's see.
And another fun fact is, right, the moment Disney Plus launched, right, they actually took out all their Disney shows from Netflix.
Okay, so you can see really like last year, end of last year. So within like 9 months, less than 9 months period, now it is 9 months, but back in June, it's only about 6 months, right? About half a year, they have already gained 50 over million subscribers. So if we compare to maybe a potential competitor called Netflix, right? So you can see how many subscribers numbers are there as of this is 2020. Let's take a look at 2020. Okay, not sure. Just take a look.
15.
That is the recent quarters. Okay, let's see. Had over at the end of 2019. Okay, this is end 2019. Netflix has about 167 million subscribers. But Netflix has been around for many times.
I was thinking
many years, right?
Yes.
They have been around for so many years, and last year, until end of last year, it actually only had 3 times more than Disney. But Disney accomplished that growth in 6 months, right? Can you see that how powerful it is, Disney Plus? And like Wendy mentioned, right? Once Disney Plus is launched, they actually took away all the shows. So now you can only watch Disney movies and all the princess that you love.
All the princess.
In Disney Plus.
But the thing is Disney Plus only going to launch shows that is only Disney produced? Have you any idea?
Okay, this one I'm not too sure, but I think this should be the way that they are moving forward. What do you think, Wendy? Do you have
Yeah,
any idea?
I think so. I think because what Netflix is trying to do, right, is when it first started, right, it actually launched all the popular shows, like popular shows from Disney, from all other channels, and then it has its own Netflix channel, right, now to back their content up lah. Because so now Netflix have all the mixed shows like Korean shows and things like that.
Yeah.
And for Disney is already a channel of its own. It already has so many channels under them, like from kids show all the way to adult movies, as in not the R-rated one. I mean the adult movies, as in like Mulan, like recently Mulan. When I say adult movies, just in case like you're thinking wrongly, it's not the but it's shows for adults lah basically, and then show for kids. Yeah.
So they have such extensive libraries of shows already, even before Disney Plus is, and that's why I felt that this is a very, very smart move, because they have all the resources they need, all the titles, truly attractive titles that people are willing to pay to actually go and watch. And that's why when they launch it, they can really very instantly gain a lot of subscribers within a short period of time. And hello, handsome. We have pretty, so we also have handsome banana investor here. All right. So if you continue to take a look at Disney Plus, right? So apart from Disney Plus, they also have other the cable TV, as well as like subscribers. Like you can subscribe, which is ESPN Plus, okay, but definitely not as much. And then they also have this Hulu, which is I think more popular in US than the rest of the world. So if you add everything together, that's why Disney said that they achieved about 100 million, okay, actually over 100 million subscribers already. But that is everything lah. But if you really want to be more stringent in terms of the growth of Disney Plus, then you really have to look out for Disney Plus growth this upcoming quarter. So I'm looking forward to that number, right? And regarding how much is Disney charging for its monthly subscription, right? So for now, you can see in June this year, the average subscriber per month, it's about $4.62, right? Which is Netflix, right? It's about $10 average. So Disney is really trying to enter the market and trying to capture more market share, and that's why they want to charge it cheaper initially. I think that is very, very prevalent in all the subscribing services, right? At first they charge cheaper so that you are used to it, you love the service, you love the platform, you love to use it, and that's why they will start to increase price. So I think that is a strategy that Disney Plus is also adopting, and in different countries as well. So they have not only launched in US, they're also slowly expanding to the rest of the world. If I'm not wrong, Japan already has Disney Plus.
Oh, okay. Do you know when is Disney Plus coming to Singapore then?
Let's take a look. Let's ask Google, our best friend. When is Disney Plus coming? When is
we really got nothing better to do.
Come, this question I auto-fill. Too many people ask already. All bets are placed
so no one knows yet.
October 2020.
Which is next month.
Wait. Yeah, Disney Plus Singapore are building an entirely new team. I think it's next month.
But it's Disney Plus come to Singapore. Before COVID, right, I did a Disney launch event, like how they came to showcase their cartoons, how it was produced, and then there was like kind of a seminar event about it. So I thought it was very interesting that Disney do this kind of launches, and then they invite the public in at a very nice cafe.
You are there for makeup services.
Yeah, correct.
Nice. Yeah, because Jera, she is an attraction coach, right? Makeover with a lot of different beautiful services.
So I did it for the head of content, Disney.
So nice. Okay, so for now, right, they have already launched in Netherlands, US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and it will launch in UK, the rest of the...
I don't see Singapore.
Yeah, not yet Singapore. Okay. Yeah, so but they are going.
Just now when you Googled Singapore, it's like there was no dates.
There are no dates there. I don't think that the October one it's a official launch date for Singapore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I heard that it's also going to Indonesia. So if Indonesia is going to be be the next target, then Singapore shouldn't be too far away.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I think maybe Asia in general, they'll do maybe a bulk launch or something.
Yeah. So people are asking, when is Disney Plus coming to my country?
Our banana investors can say Disney Plus has been pulled out from all the telco offering in SG. A sign of it coming real soon. So he said October is very believable.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, Jasmine said it's already in Indonesia.
Oh, it's already in Indonesia.
Jasmine said.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're not sure, yeah.
Nice. You mean because in the past Disney, all the telcos, right? Like be it you subscribe to StarHubs or whatever, you definitely have the Disney channel, right?
Okay.
So Ken said because now it has been pulled out, so definitely it's in the pipeline coming very soon, right?
So now it's already mid-September, so you only have 2 more weeks plus to go.
Yeah, so very likely we are going to have a Disney Plus soon. I think if Disney Plus is really here, I will really want to subscribe and see what it has to offer. Not just in terms of, hey, I want to watch the shows, but also want to experience, as an investor, what is it truly like? Where I get hooked? If you get hooked, right, then most likely other people
watch our live, right?
Hey, please stagger. If Disney Plus comes to your house, please make sure you still watch our live at 8 p.m. Yeah, Disney Plus.
Please don't disappear on us.
Working from Philippines. Oh, so it's already available in Philippines for Disney Plus. That's great.
How is it?
No, I think she meant she's watching us from Philippines, is it?
Oh, okay. Nice.
Thank you for your support.
Hi, Apple. Thank you for your support. All right. So yeah, let's continue to take a look. No, you have not missed our Mulan review yet. Leave the best to the last. We are going to talk about Mulan review very soon, right? So that's why if you think about Disney trying to grab market share, and that's why they are purposely charging about 50% what is Netflix charging in general. So it definitely has the potential to increase price. Like Netflix, if Netflix can charge $10, almost $10 per month, why not Disney, right? Especially with Disney, a lot of great titles, great movies out there. So last thing I want to go through with you guys very quickly is you look at the free cash flow. It's actually very, very healthy. The cash provided by the operations, right? You can see that even though Disney is not making a lot of money during the recent quarters, but actually their cash position is still very, very strong. So that's why as an investor, don't just look at the bad news. Go and really find out exactly what is it truly that bad? If not, right, actually during that time, it's actually a very, very good time to enter. In fact, Disney share price has picked up pretty significantly within just these 3 months. Let's just take a look at Disney share price.
You grabbed yours at a good price?
I grabbed it a little, not super good, but I think it's still valid. It's still okay.
Oh, you only did it recently, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Not like before that you had.
Yeah, so I didn't manage to do that in March. Okay, but yeah, I think what you were entered was $90, then it dropped to 85, right?
Yeah. Then it went up to like 100. Because when it goes up, the options will not go like directly related. There will still be some loss because it's not enough.
I see.
So yeah, I just minimized my loss, but I don't think I made any money out of it.
But at least you didn't lose money, right?
Yeah. I mean, overall I didn't.
Yeah.
But I had to make a decision to cut because it can go both ways. It's like we didn't know how, because that was like the news of the funding. That was before like Shanghai decided to open, right? Yeah. Then so it's like who would know actually? No one knows.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why we kind of have to decide now or never. Yeah.
but maybe if you go and do a little bit slightly more research, then probably you wouldn't.
If I own the stock, I wouldn't. But because
that's
didn't.
True.
Yeah.
That's true.
So it's kind of different.
When you do options, you are
when I see
correct.
Then this kind of like decisions will go into your head. Then every day you see like no positive, then you're like, shit, should I put my money elsewhere? Because obviously I can still afford the hold.
Yeah.
It's just like if I afford a hold, maybe it wasn't that bad. Then in the end it became worse. then I could have put my money in another sector. To make it grow.
I see.
Yeah,
Just let
correct.
Gerald talk so that she feel better about her decision.
I'm like self-convinced. No, but seriously, I didn't really regret my decision.
That's good, right?
Yeah.
Right. So you can see that Disney overall, actually the stock price has really picked up a lot since COVID-19. In fact, almost $50 gain.
Which
right?
point do you pick up at? Like
I picked up about 100 plus. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this point.
Yeah, about that.
Okay, not
Yeah,
bad,
which is still not bad. Okay. So yeah, so if you now let's take a look at Mulan review. Okay.
Oh, we are back to Mulan.
We are back to Mulan because the next thing we want to show you is Mulan, right? Because of the release of Mulan on Disney Plus. Okay, if you are aware, in Singapore they release in theater but in the rest, in Singapore they have it in theater, but in other countries like US, right, they release it in Disney Plus. And the interesting thing about Disney testing Disney Plus as a platform to release new movies like this is on top of the subscription that you have to pay additional $30 to buy Mulan. So you must be a subscriber. Okay, you pay your about $5 per month for subscribing to watch all the past show, right?
Yes.
And if you want to watch the latest hit, which is the latest Mulan launch in this case, you need to pay additional $30 to buy that show. And then you
watch
own it
first.
Yes.
And then you own it.
You own it. Yeah. So in a way that Disney Plus, once you become a subscriber of Disney Plus, it doesn't mean that all the latest movie you can watch. It's not like that. It's like you have to top up additional, like a la carte top up, so that you can watch the latest movie.
So if you, let's say you have a group of friends that you want to share, then it makes sense.
Yes.
But if it's like on your own, or maybe you and your partner, then like it will be slightly more expensive than the theater.
Correct.
Okay, got it.
But another thing is, but if you buy it once, you can watch it again and again, right? If you want to watch it again.
How many times do you rewatch movies?
You never know. If it's a good movie, you really want to rewatch, right?
Oh, okay.
So especially if you're living with a big family, I think it's worth it because per ticket.
I think cartoons very worth it.
Yeah.
Because kids rewatch so many times.
That one you can ask Wendy because Wendy, you have kids, right?
How many times have you rewatched your shows with your kids?
Well, the thing is that my kids are still young, so the attention span, like they're 3 and 5, so the attention span is not like very long. So like maybe one movie, like Frozen movie, they will watch like maybe the first 15-20 minutes. Then as they age, right, they slowly they tend to sit still more. So I think for my elder girl, she can sit through the whole Frozen movie now. Okay. So yeah, but we bought actually because we have Apple TV at home, so we actually bought the movie on Apple Store. Yeah, like Frozen, like the latest Frozen show. So sometimes they have like bundles lah. Like Apple always have like bundles. So like the bundles of Frozen, all 2 episodes and things like that. Yeah, so sometimes we bought bundles. Yeah, but we do buy movies.
Because it's worth it because your kids tend to watch it again and again, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, even
if they don't.
These are shows even adults enjoy, ma.
Yeah, true. So that's why they are using Mulan to test out whether does it make sense to ask their subscribers on top of the subscription fee buy, pay up additional $30, right? $30 just to buy a show that they can rewatch again and again. And yeah, actually, in fact, it gives them very good results. Do you know that? Like, wow, it's like okay, this is Yahoo Finance, yeah. They write that according to their statistics, right, almost 30% of the US household that subscribe to Disney Plus purchase that $30 Mulan show. And if you assume now it's about 60 million subscribers, remember just now about 57 million. So now it increased a little bit. Let's say the global subscribers for Disney Plus is about 60 million. And they assume that 50% is taken up by the US subscriber, right? So that means this Mulan show itself, when they launch it on Disney Plus, they have already made a net profit of 261 million USD on the US market alone.
Yeah.
Right?
And never try, never know.
Correct.
Yeah.
And the beautiful part is because they own this Disney Plus, they don't need to pay additional distribution fee to all the cinemas out there, because imagine you actually give cinema the rights to distribute, right? You actually need to pay them a fee for displaying your show, for showcasing your show, right? Now they actually don't need to do that, and they just distribute to Disney Plus, and unlimited potential numbers of subscribers can actually buy from them and purchase, right? So Mulan actually, I think, is considered quite a success, right? Especially it's a first launch. Right.
Yes.
But is it really that good? Then that's another question. So I also want to ask, hey, Wendy, recently you watched this show, right? How do you find this show?
For Mulan, okay. Okay, so for Mulan, right? Actually, I got a question for you girls. Have you guys watched the show? Like, have you ladies watched? I know Chloe has watched it. Jara, have you watched the show?
I watched the cartoon, but I watched the review on this new one.
Okay. Hey, maybe I just share. I think I really love the cartoon. The cartoon was so well made that I think that's why.
Even though she don't look very pretty, right?
Correct. Like even though in the cartoon she doesn't look pretty at all.
Yeah,
Usually princess, they are very pretty. They are very like long hair and all this, right? But Mulan, she is a Chinese, right? She's a Chinese that that doesn't have all the beautiful features that we usually foresee in a princess. Actually, Mulan is not even considered a princess.
Yeah, she's not.
She's not a princess. She's not a princess. She's just a normal civilian, in fact.
Yes, correct. Yeah. She's more of a warrior.
Correct. She's a warrior, right? But the fact that the cartoon itself make it so interesting to watch how a girl, like step into her power, and then she does a lot of things that she wouldn't even imagine herself to be, but because of her determination, and eventually she actually saved the emperor as well as the whole China back then. So it was a very, very nicely made movie.
Yeah, actually it was quite emotional. It kind of hit the emotional part of me.
Correct.
Like I don't know about you.
And I love the song very much.
Which song you want to like? Correct.
Yeah. Yes. And like in cartoon, right? The thing is, because they can have the cartoon elements, so there's a lot of humor inside.
Oh yes, correct.
Yeah, so I really, really love that. What do you appreciate the most about the cartoon, Wendy?
So for the cartoon, right, I really appreciate the fact that, right, it doesn't the cartoon version of the Mulan, right, is presented very nicely as a lady. So it shows like so if you put a lady and a guy side by side, right, why do they choose guys for army? It's usually because guys are created to be stronger physically. Yeah, so this is something that if you put average same age guy born the same day and put beside a girl, right, it's always like, even babies, like we talk about like children, but boys in the physics of boys is built like that. It's built stronger. So for ladies, right, in the Mulan cartoon, right, Mulan is when they presented the character, right, it shows her natural flaws beautifully. Meaning to say, she is not like a strong lady from the start. Yeah, so this is something that I really, really, really like about Mulan, because Mulan is actually a show, I feel like it talks about very delicately about so banana.
Let me go and search the stunt double for Mulan. Let me go and find the stunt double for Mulan. Is more
so disappointed because the stunt double is not the main character that is featured, right?
Let me see.
They shouldn't have used.
Let me see. It's very interesting. Stunt double. Hey, yeah, really. Hey, oh my god, she is pretty. Okay, let me.
You must share.
Let me show you guys. This is a stunt double. Oh my god,
she is pretty.
pretty.
She's so pretty, and yet she's a stunt double. Oh my god, it's very hard to link such a pretty lady with a very natural flair for stunts.
Correct.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing. Yeah, maybe she will become famous from now on.
Yeah, true. I totally.
Hey, she is.
Actually, yeah, she's really more pretty than the original.
She has the look of
Mulan.
Yeah, the strong look, the vibe, right? The vibe.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Hey, Ken, thanks for letting us know. I know why you decided that.
Suddenly we become shallow, superficial beings.
Hey, back to the topic. Back to the topic of Mulan, right? I ask you, ladies, so actually, when you talk about Mulan, right, this show actually is kind of like a women empowering show, don't you think so?
Yes.
I agree.
So can I ask you, ladies, right? What is your definition of women empowerment?
In my opinion, it's having the freedom and having the will of her own, okay, to do things because she follow her heart, because she believes that it's the right thing to do, and that's why she does it, right? Which I do see that in the original Mulan cartoon. She went to replace her father to join, not because she really want to serve the country, but because of the filial piety, right? And then eventually when she wanted to save the emperor, not because, actually it's once again not because she really want to save China or save emperor because emperor is the emperor. She wants to save that person because she just felt that it's the right thing to do, right? So there's a lot of free will in her, which I see is missing in the current Mulan show. Yeah.
So what do you think the current Mulan show, this recent movie portrays like the message of women empowerment correctly? Or not really correctly, like accurately.
I think they're still portraying women empowerment, but I just felt that they do it in a way that it's really a little bit unnecessary. You know, like some of the very funny, like doesn't make sense 桥段, which is like, for example, let me find on YouTube whether have or not. Okay. while I elaborate.
The one you showed me, right?
Yeah, but that was too long. Like for example, right? Like there was a part where, you know, Mulan, right? She decided to find her true self, right? She said after she fight with Gong Li, right? Then I was like, oh my God, she find her true self. She wanted to reveal to be her true identity, and then in the middle of the war, right? Okay, let me show you where I can.
The male version of her died, and then the female version came out. Is it? Actually, maybe Chloe, I just share a little bit about like my views, because I actually watched the movie, and when I watched it the first time, I actually liked it. Not because I think that the message is accurate, but because I thought I was watching like a superhero movie, like, you know, like an Iron Man show where the figure right has supernatural powers. Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Also, at first you're watching a superhero movie, you thought?
I thought I was watching a superhero movie. So I thought, okay, like the stunts look good, like, you know, when they are fighting. But after I watched the movie, right, I went to dig deeper. Yeah, I went to dig deeper about this show, and then I realized is that why the reviews are really so bad is because, right, they Paul says like much when we're watching Star Wars. Yeah, correct. But I realized why the movie has such a bad review, right? It's really because, right, number one, women don't need empowerment through actually becoming like a man. For example, having supernatural power. Okay, I feel that women
inside this show, I think what Wendy is talking about is Mulan is a special woman. Why? Because she has qi. Okay, if you watch the movie, you understand that she has qi. That's why she is different from other women, because she is more talented from the beginning, but she was trying to hide her qi and everything. But actually in the original cartoon movie, it has nothing to do with the qi, right? It has normal women. She's just a normal woman that decided to overcome all the difficulties and become stronger. Not because she originally talented, but because she just decided to step into her power, right?
Yeah, and then the second point, right, is like it's okay. I feel like women, right, although like physically we are not stronger, I feel like we can be empowered because we have this thing called the unfair advantage. So maybe Chloe, I know your unfair advantage seminar is coming up soon. So maybe you want to try and give us a few points about what is actually women's unfair advantage.
I felt that there's a lot of, I mean, like as a lady, right, there's so many things that we have in terms of, I think the most unfair advantage that we have is because we are a lady. I really think so. Like, because the fact that we are a lady, we are able to like connect with people, like especially connect with other women, right? And once you are willing to use your voice to actually empower, you know, like use your voice, use your message to really gather.
Actually use everything, your voice, your looks, your vibes, your chi, your class, your
There's no chi.
No, there is actually your combination of everything. A combination of everything.
Yeah.
Actually, so if you simply put, right, the real unfair advantage, right, is, right, today I give you a photo of a lady. Okay, look at weddings, for example. Like when we go to the wedding, do we look at the bride or do we look at the groom? Honestly.
Oh, yeah. Who cares about groom? I always tell my clients, no one cares about your groom.
I'm sorry, man, but seriously, even ladies, or even us ladies, we look at the bride. Why is the wedding dress so like so many patterns, right? But only for the guys, only like those few tuxedo, and that's about it. But for ladies, you need like 2 hours makeup and all, right?
Correct.
So women naturally have the advantage. So this is called the unfair advantage.
Correct.
So, but the show Mulan didn't really like showcase. Like it didn't showcase. And then the third thing I really feel that is really horrible is that they made like at the end of the show, right? They actually can put Z. But sorry, Ken, is the truth. Okay, I have to support women for this. Okay, no, but okay. So the third point actually, right, is right, because if you want to empower women, right, when you talk about women empowering, right. Okay, so we go back to the context of the story. Okay, why we need women empowerment at that point of time, right? It's because, right, women, right, they are not allowed to study. They are not. It's not just about military, We are talking about they are not allowed to even study.
Yes.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, and why Chinese favor boys over girls is because, right, also because of the fact that the boys, right, usually carry the name of the family. Whereas the ladies, right, actually 是嫁进去的, so the lady don't carry the name of the family.
Right?
Yeah, correct. And then also, right, the fact that, right, as a lady, right, China, China have this last time has this one child policy, right? So yeah, so they naturally favor to have a boy over a girl. That's 古代 we talk about 古代. Okay, because like the boy will bring in the income. The boy is always seen to be the more like the more important figure, and then they neglect the fact that actually childbearing on its own is a very noble thing, and bringing up a child, right, is a very noble thing. Okay, so I feel like they failed to portray, and then they ended the show with like, hey, so the sister, the Mulan, right? Mulan is a lady with the chi, special chi. So the sister, right, is like a normal, like any one of us.
Yeah.
So they didn't empower our kids. Imagine I'm a kid, I'm watching this show, I'm like, so at the end I just go and say, go and 生孩子,
Yeah.
Right?
Maybe I explain a little bit because as a Mulan, right, she is so in the show she is portrayed to be so unique. So that's why she has a chi and everything, and that's why she can do things that other women are unable to do. On the other hand, when she go back, when she had the victory of her war, right, when she go back, and then immediately her sister come to welcome her. Oh, sister, you're back! And then after that, okay, you pretend to be Mulan, but you haven't watched it. But then Mulan just say, "Oh, how are you?" Right? You say, "Oh, I'm going to get married."
Yeah, I saw this part. But it didn't seem like so happy though. They just say it like a normal conversation.
Okay, I must exaggerate a little bit. But like at the end, right, they still portray women to be just leading the normal path that a woman should be, like or expected to be, just give birth, just get married, and then and that's why I think it's just a really felt representation of what the true Mulan character.
It's after she fights so hard, then in the end they portray as women just go and sack.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and also the fact that actually like what I mentioned, in childbearing and upbringing of children, right? Okay, we talk about childbearing first. Childbearing definitely only can be done by the women. Okay, that one we cannot deny. But it's a noble thing, for a woman, right, to carry the baby through 9 months. This one we also no need to argue because it's the fact, what? Because otherwise none of us will be here today if our mothers didn't carry us in her womb for 9 months, correct? And then the second part about upbringing of children is actually I think this part can be shared between it can be a shared duty. It shouldn't be like, oh, a guy must go out and work, a woman must stay at home and take care of the children. It should be shared responsibility. Yeah, because actually research have shown that if fathers are around more, our children are actually more secure. They have a role model to look after. So actually, fathers play a really important role in the family circle. So that's why, right? In the olden days, it's very. I think the whole women empowerment thing, right, is really to not really to make women and men equal. I think they cannot be equal because they are created unequal. They are created for different things. But it's really like in my church, my pastor always say, right, we the man, right, is usually the head. The women, right, is usually the neck that turn the head. So women actually can influence men. Actually, that's the position of women. Actually, the power of women, right, is women actually can influence men, whether you like it or not. So if you think about it in a status of power, right, if this man is very powerful, right, and he has a lady behind him, and this lady is very kind, has very good virtues, right, and she actually can influence him, right, to make the correct decision. So that's how women can actually come into the position. That's how I feel. Rather than women must be the top. I feel like it should be a teamwork. It cannot be women are more powerful than men. It cannot, the message cannot be like that. I feel like so in the cartoon version of Mulan, actually in the cartoon version of Mulan, if you remember Mulan and her 3 friends. Remember the 3 friends? It's not really portrayed in this new movie at all.
Yeah, not at all.
Those friends are just telepaths, man.
Correct. Yeah.
So I feel like that is another thing that I cannot stand.
Yeah. So that's why I don't think it's a great show after all, but I think it's always like that, especially with remake. If the classic is so good, like so classic, right? The remake usually fail the expectation. Did you watch Lion King, like the previous the remake of Lion King?
I heard the review also no good.
I think it's just it's a remake. I think they try, but the good thing about Lion King is they are sticking to the original plot. Actually pretty similar to the original plot. But once again, cartoon, the beautiful thing about cartoon is there's a lot of joy inside. Like by watching it, it's very joyful, very exaggerated kind of expression, right? Like animal can smile and all this. But once you remake into a CGI, something just it's a miss. But once again, even though Disney show, they are not necessarily the best all the time, but they can still make a lot of money. I think that is something magical about it.
So I totally agree. Like for as an investor, I would definitely I love the company. I think it's a strong company, but do your due diligence, please. Don't just take us for it. So and that's number one. Then but for Mulan, right, if let's say I wouldn't encourage you to watch it. That's my take on the review.
I think it wouldn't worth the money to buy $30, actually, in my opinion. It wouldn't worth it. But if in the movie theater, since like if you can go during weekdays, it's only like $7 or $8. I think it's still okay if you want to entertain yourself, but it's not it's not a mind-blowing show, definitely.
So for okay, like unless you watch it as a superhero show, then I think it's okay. But if you want to show it to your kids, right, then I think it's not a very good movie to show it to my kids. So So I think they were watching.
Just ask, if let's say the Mulan movie, if we didn't think too much, right? First watch, right? Did you already feel like it's already failed before reading the reviews?
Like I say, right, before reading the reviews, right, I love it. I didn't realize because I thought it's a superhero movie. Like any Iron Man show, I love Iron Man. I love Captain America because it's like the superhero character, It has but if I think about it from a educational point of view, right, then I feel like as a mother, I wouldn't want to show this to my girls. It's a totally wrong portrayal of women and girls.
Okay, and Jasmine said that based on your review, the Disney share price was drop. Wow! We hope that we are that influential, but I don't think that will happen.
See the power of women.
I kind of like the fact that we don't need to be equal. That's why I always like in terms of how I communicate with my partner, right, I always tell him that I never expect to be equal as you. So don't expect me to pay half for everything. Like that's the one thing I upfront for you, because I see like what's the point that if like we have to share equally, right? Then like there is no role, like we are here for one reason. Like women is here to like maybe bear a child or like take care of kids, and then guys will have their own roles in like different environment settings or family settings. So I think we complement each other. And it's a shared role in terms of family or even teamwork at work, right? So rather than trying to like say who is more powerful, like women is more powerful or men is more powerful, I think we can always try to like work together and make things and the world a better place, I feel.
Yep. So yeah, don't anyhow buy put lah. Okay, because Disney is a very strong company.
Anyhow, you see,
it's a very strong company.
Go down in the end, it didn't because got pump funding, everything, then suddenly go up.
Yeah, so that but if you really don't have the time, I don't think you need to go and watch it. Okay, but I think one point that we want to highlight is what Mulan did very well was they actually really make the character to be very attractive in red.
True. If you all watch our previous live show, right, that was the first number one tip. She wears red.
Yeah, Mulan. Let me show you what do I mean, or what do we mean by wearing red.
So is that what do you think is behind? Like, since we already dissect so deep, right? So we just dissect. Nice. How come they chose a very pretty girl to do the live, but then yet not so pretty Asian for the cartoon?
Oh,
you think there's a reason for it?
Actually,
or do you think they actually look alike? No, right?
Actually, they don't look alike. Yeah, but I think for Disney, I think she looks normal, right? She looks normal, but in order to in blockbuster, of course, we need to make sure
there's a attracting point, right?
Yeah, okay. Correct. And she wear red and everything, and that's the attraction, and that's.
But she really looks good in this red, like very powerful, very warrior princess, like even though she's not directly a princess. But yeah, I would definitely go and watch the show. After y'all do it so badly, right?
You were still going to watch it.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Go. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
But I think the most, in my opinion, the most夸张one, which I cannot stand, is I don't understand. No, I don't understand why she needs to remove all her, if you go to war, right?
The armor.
You need to put on armor one, right? If not, you shoot it.
Chloe. I understand why. Chloe.
Body quality.
No. Because the armor is actually very heavy.
If
you put it on, you cannot run properly. That's number one. And secondly, right, this movie is trying to show that she has qi, right? Remember the qi. So if you take out the armor, they can release the qi one.
I feel like the armor will weigh her down. So it's like without the armor, right, she will show more and like
give
up more. Instead of like the whole armor weighing her down so heavily.
Yeah, I
think
for visual purposes, they remove her armor, but it just doesn't make any logical sense.
You know what?
And in the cartoon, she didn't purposely remove her armor just to look good, it just doesn't make sense. Because in the original cartoon, it's really when the enemies went into her hometown, and then she was already in her home clothes, and that's why she fought despite of the fact that she's in her home clothes, which is this but I think this movie is just a bit ridiculous in a way that she purposely go and remove so that she can look good on camera.
You know why? Because cartoon, right, there's no one to answer to except the character, which was made up.
Yeah.
But in real life, this is actually a celebrity, a very famous celebrity. Louis Fei. Yeah. So I have to make sure she look good all the time. So that's why she purposely.
So there's a lot of things that doesn't make sense in this movie. But yeah, never buy put on. Yes, never buy put is a very, very strong company, right? Yeah. Who are they?
You see, May has influenced the kid to buy food.
All right, so I think we are almost coming to the end once again. I hope you guys enjoy this show. Of course, we talk about Disney Dissect, but in the end, we also give you something entertaining. Okay,
wow,
we hope that we are the Disney. Okay, we are the media company that give you the serious stuff and the entertainment at the same time.
Yes.
But actually, next week, okay, Gerard and I are actually holding a festival where we are actually talking a lot more about like the real. What can a lady truly be like, or what kind of things that we can do to become truly attractive, okay, become rich and beautiful inside out. So Jera, she will be
beautiful, attractive, powerful,
confidence and everything. So if you guys are interested to attend and come and learn, or if you are gentlemen, right, who are humble enough to also want to learn, hey, exactly how can I be a better, more attractive because the principle is the same. It applies to everything, right? Everyone as well. But it's really more particular to ladies and how you can implement it immediately and have that confidence, have that conviction you need to invest as well. Okay, it's the same thing. So if you are interested, let me just show you our Facebook. Okay, wait on, hold on, Facebook. Okay, and basically it's a festival. It's called Unfair Advantage. All right. So wow. Thanks for sharing. I saw one of the person helps to share. So it's called Unfair Advantage, right? Becoming rich and beautiful inside out. In fact, Mary Buffett, right? She is also a strong believer of how women should have their voice out. At the same time, should be an investor. So that's why she is going to be the keynote speaker of this event as well. It's happening 23rd and 24th of September in the evening. So you don't have to take off. It's just evening after you come back from work. Come and join us, continue your learning, and there's a lot more things we are talking about. Not just beauty on the outside, but also beauty on the inside as well. Being rich and beautiful inside out. So if you're, feel free to join us on Unfair Advantage. All right. So that's all we have to share today. And yes, thank you so much, Dinkiat. And we will see you next week. Hey, we never play magic word today.
Nobody give us our magic word also.
Okay. So it's not our fault. It's okay. But we had good time.
Yes.
Talking about Mulan. We'll see you. Bye-bye.